smoke.
Yep.
This is a state-of-the-art facility. This is gonna make many zoos jealous.
I know! And this whole project is running about $18 million.
Oh, brother.
But right behind it over there is our new reptile habitat.
What? We gotta go check that out. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Kenny here, back with Amy at the Busch Wildlife Sanctuary. We are inside. Well, if you guys remember, we did a video when we moved Freddie into this enclosure. This is an amazing enclosure. But big news here at Busch Wildlife. We've been talking about it for a long time. You guys are getting a brand new facility being built now. We're gonna go there in just a little bit. First, I wanted to kind of see Freddie and show you guys where Freddie's been living. This was a major upgrade.
This was a major upgrade.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if we open this up, if you might be able to get a... I'm not sure where she's sitting right now.
Yeah.
Look at this,
guys.
was a major upgrade, and y'all help us move her in here, but wait till you see what she's getting next.
All right,
so
we can't
cool.
wait. So let's see, Freddie. I mean, I'd walk in there, but it seems like it's real muddy.
It's pretty muddy right now.
Yeah.
So do you know that Freddie is turning 40 this year?
Freddie is going to be 40 years old.
Freddie is going to be, and so is Busch Wildlife. We all share this.
Oh,
1983 was when Busch started, and Freddie, was one of the first.
Oh,
so she's going to be 40 this year too.
Oh my gosh, we got to actually get some footage of Freddie.
I know.
Freddie is named Freddie. It's a girl.
Yeah.
It was, I believe, broke out of the egg. Was too young.
Yeah, she was a premature hatchling,
and then.
So she's, she's a little bit stunted in size.
Yeah.
She's been a great educational animal, though. She's very compliant, and she used to travel all the time till she got too big. We moved her in here back in 2020.
Yeah, that's right.
And now she'll be moving to her new one, which is like triple the size of this.
Oh, I can't wait to see this.
I can't wait to show you.
So this is amazing. This was this little cypress swamp that's in the kind of in the center of the sanctuary. And Fred Grunwald, our buddy Fred, he was on hand to help move Freddie. It was just an amazing day. And hopefully you'll invite me to help move Freddie from here to the new habitat. I don't know where she is. Maybe she's on the other side.
She might be. There's a stump up here. It's an old ficus tree that we made into like a basking area. She might be up there laying on it. She does enjoy it.
All right, let's go have a look.
Walk around the outside and see if we can find her.
Let's go see Freddie, man. She is awesome. And so, yeah, she got the name Freddie, and then they found out Freddie is a female.
Do you know what it was? The story that I was told, because this predates my employment here, but Freddie one day, being that she's a little special and a little unusual, she ate some rocks. And so we had a volunteer vet who had to come in because she couldn't pass them.
Right.
And actually opened her up and removed the rocks and went, it's a boy. And so Freddie got the name Freddie. Okay. And then a few years later, Freddie laid eggs.
Freddie's not a boy.
We never used that vet again.
No, there you go.
Boom.
Man, I like it. Let's go ahead and shut this up.
Thank you. But yeah, I love this cypress swamp for her. She was so cute. After we moved her in here, she really didn't know what to do with the mud and everything. Oh, and now she's dug out trails and gator holes.
That's really cool. They go back, Snaggletooth and Dale came from Fred Grunwald's house, and we have them at mine, and it's the first time they were in an earthen bottom pond, and the same thing. They really just wallow in it.
Once they figure it out.
The sensations,
Well, now you can see, you can see her tracks here, like all her tail tracks and everything.
Oh, look at her. She's right there.
Oh,
look at that girl. Oh, that's so cool, buddy. Oh, look at her. We could get up here and just shoot down, man. That is really cool.
She's such a good girl.
What a beautiful habitat. I can't wait to see what you guys are building. You're saying it's much larger.
And hopefully our move is going to be easier because we're actually, I asked some of the gentlemen out there, we have these big pipes, that are going underground for all of our sewer systems.
Absolutely.
And I asked them to save me a big section. And we're working, because she's target trained. Okay. So we're working on targeting her where she'll actually go into the pipe on her own. And then we can just cap it and then easily just move it over there.
That would be the best thing going.
And just be as, gentle. And honestly, it'll be because she wants to go and do it, So and there's a lot more dry land. Like here, we have these kind of berms for her. There's a lot of basking area at the new location and this big, beautiful deck. And so I'm so excited.
How many acres is this place?
We rent 11, but we're only built on 6. And the new location is 19.
19
So we're
acres.
basically tripling in size.
Well, what do you say we head on down the road just a few miles, about 4 or 5 miles. 5 miles down the road. It's actually only about 2 miles from my house. So you guys are really going to be
I
neighbors.
can ride my horse and get there in 1 mile.
I wouldn't touch that horse again. That horse kicked her in the wrist and broke it in half.
It's my fault.
Thank you.
My fault.
Every time I got on a horse, it went the opposite way I wanted to go. My sisters, they're equestrians. Me, no bueno. All right, we're going to go on over to the new facility and give you guys a sneak peek of what you can expect the next time you come to the Busch Wildlife Sanctuary here in Jupiter, Florida. All right, Amy.
Yeah.
This place is only 2 miles from my house. We just drove in. I'm blown away at the scope. I've been driving by daily, okay? And I kind of see, this is Ben Coates, he's overseeing the construction, and I've just been seeing all these guys, machines going. I know how much work it is when I have an aquascape built in my house. That's a major construction project for me. For you, as an animal person, to be overseeing this, it's good to have someone who knows how to handle large-scale construction, huh?
Oh my God. Well, the funniest thing is Ben's daughter, Pella.
Okay.
She's 10?
11.
11, but she was like 9 or 10 when we first started. She came home from junior naturalist. She's one of our little youth volunteers.
Amazing.
And said, hey, Dad, Busch is moving. So he came to me and was like, she's nuts, right? Like, why would Busch move?
Wild.
And I'm like, no, we're moving. And he's like, look, I do construction. Let's chat. And Black Diamond General Contracting has helped us from the very beginning, just with logistics, coming up with budgets, everything.
That's incredible.
And it's really cool because, you know, I was the only daughter of I was a daddy's girl, and so to have his little girl now coming out and being a part of it, and I could hand her the keys tomorrow, she'd run the place. You know, it's just so
That's
cool.
awesome, man. And that's what's cool about the nature of the community. I really want to get in and show people what you guys are doing. The nature of, you know, one of the things, guys, that I like to impart on you is a little bit of wisdom, because many of you watching may one day be an Amy, may one day be a Ben. You're gonna start your own thing, start your own business. So just because we're talking about animals doesn't mean you can't learn something about other programs. And one of the best ways for you guys to get an education for free is to volunteer at a Busch Wildlife Sanctuary or a local animal sanctuary. Now wait, where's bears and stuff?
This is Panthers.
This is Panthers. Holy smokes.
Yep. So this is Panther. So what's really
These
cool
buildings. Come on in,
is we've kind of like put it all together.
Okay.
So bears, panthers, otters, and bobcats all radiate off this central building.
Okay, they're all carnivores.
These are our large. So the way it was designed was in a hurricane or in a massive emergency situation, what are the hardest animals to move? That is these guys.
Okay.
We don't have to move them. This is all CBS block construction.
Why?
We can bring them inside. We'll have to go around the other side.
Yeah, let's go around the other
Our
side.
safety lock hallways in. Everything has, you know, our double entry safety airlocks. Not only that we're required, but obviously you don't want to have an animal escape.
Okay.
But we made it so we've got this nice large kitchen, which now you're talking double concrete block.
Wow.
So during a storm, you've got 2 layers of poured concrete block walls in case of a storm. That you can bring all the animals in here. Heaven forbid if we had to hook up a generator, we could actually operate and keep all our animals safe out of one location.
Wow, that's incredible, man. But you know,
This
so
is Bobcat.
that's going to be Bobcat Run. Look at
there's
how
2
much
of them.
space.
There's 2 Bobcat runs. Otters is over here.
So there'll be a water feature in here.
Yes, and hopefully what we're going to do is build one of those pools that have like the plexiglass front. So the otters people can actually see the way the otters
I know
swim.
people. I do know people that have done stuff like that. Aquascape. Anyway.
Isn't this incredible?
This is amazing. So just kind of give us an idea, a rough idea of what, you know, you'll enter through here.
So you'll enter through here, and we made it big enough so we've got a nice size here, golf cart, bringing in food.
Okay.
This is about, correct me if I'm wrong, Ben, like 1,600 square feet in here. So this will be our kitchen area.
This is
our
kitchen.
food prep
And it
area.
is inside the center of the building.
Yes.
So this is like, if there's a category 5, this is where things will wind up.
All of the Kamp Kenan residents are welcome over here too.
Oh, that's very nice. Very
of course.
nice.
But
This
it just
is
gives us
awesome.
the opportunity. We can just stack kennel on top of kennel.
Okay.
Heaven forbid, in the worst situation possible,
Right.
we could keep the animals safe, and we can actually stay here with them and make sure that they stay
everyone's
calm.
safe.
Absolutely.
And so all these access windows, what's this all about?
This is just fun. These are our drive-through windows.
Okay.
So if you've got a keeper in here doing food prep and you've
Yeah.
got them out there doing, they can just hand the food on
That's
out.
amazing.
And so
Really been thinking. Now, how involved were you with the planning of this type of thing? Were you heavily involved in the flow? Who did this?
No, this was all in her.
Get out of here.
Her mind.
Oh my
We had
God.
special plans to build from, but like Amy said, my daughter being at Busch, I have insight into how it should
Flows.
operate. So
Yeah,
we've
that's
been
amazing.
collaborating and I've been
we just started with graph paper.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Gosh, this is a major project. I'm so proud of you because honestly, Amy stepped up at a time when the sanctuary really needed a hand. And what was your position? You were animal
I
care
had started as
manager.
volunteer coordinator, then I was the education director, then I was the animal care director, and then I became the executive
The
director.
executive director, and that's a whole different. You're less with the animals,
Yes.
which is a bummer. But
I make up for it at
You
home.
make up for it. Amy doesn't live too far from here also, which is another good thing about you. Not that the original site was terribly far away, but you know what? It's a lot better when you can get to someplace in 5 minutes as opposed to 15, 20 minutes in traffic. So really, really cool. And of course, I'm around, you know.
Yes.
We'll be doing a whole bunch of fun things from this place.
I hope the echoing's not too bad.
No, we got the mics. Who cares, man? This is the real reality TV.
So you can see. So then this here, we can actually get a golf cart all the way around. So if we had an animal that fell ill or something and we need to put it on the back of a golf cart and move it through, we can move it that way. All of these are all of our bobcat habitats.
Okay.
So we'll be going through and of course building all our guillotines. We've got the floor drains going in. And then this one leads out to their yards. You got to see the bear yard. I'm so excited.
Guys.
So this is the bear side.
So here's where the bears will have their nighttime quarters.
And so you'll notice that we don't have the fronts on yet because we'll be repurposing the ones we have over there, bringing them over. So we'll actually move some of the doors, then some animals, and do it that way so that we can
look at that. That's an executive decision there. That's someone who's looking out for the bottom line. All the money that is being asked of this place, it's not being spent frivolously. I'm sure you guys have, as you mentioned, coming up with budgets and stuff. They are a nonprofit. Yeah. So it's so important that a lot of the other materials that so many good people have helped you build over the years are being repurposed, reused here. And this is a state-of-the-art facility. This is going to make many zoos jealous.
I know!
This place is awesome. It's so cool, man. I get goosebumps thinking about this.
This is the bear yard. You've been in our current bear yard. So this is, I would say, at least double.
It's double the size. Those two bears have an interesting story.
We've designed kind of like a lazy river in the front. What we've noticed about the bears is they don't ever want to step into water that's too deep.
Okay.
So we're going to do a zero gradient entry so that they can just go in and splash around and sit and chill. And we'll put it up towards the front so that hopefully they'll hang out there where people can see. Right behind it over there is our new reptile habitat.
What? We got to go check that out.
Reptile house.
We got to go look at that.
Right now it's just kind of a shell, but we'll go over there, of course. But you can see foxes going in, raccoons and water birds.
So you're really making a big upgrade for these animals and for the people who volunteer and work at Busch Wildlife.
And the people who visit.
Exactly.
You know, that's the whole point.
Now tell me about this. Well, you guys may not, some of you probably, let me know in the comments below, how many of you, because of our videos, have visited Busch Wildlife? I'd like to know in the comments below. I'm sure there's quite a bit of people that show up.
I run into people.
Do you really?
Oh, absolutely.
That's amazing.
Don't you remember that day I called and made you come over?
And she made me come over to meet one of you guys. I'll always do that because
it was so awesome.
It's such an amazing thing that we have this ability to reach out and kind of communicate with these people that have the same interests as us. And so if Amy needs a hand, if one of my friends is over there, I'm more than happy to pop over. And now that this place is going to be so close, I think we'll be able to do a lot more. I think we have a Kamp Kenan Army Day.
Yeah. We just opened specifically to.
Wow.
We could do some kind of cool thing.
Private tour or something.
Maybe they do like a $10 donation or something, but it's a day that nobody else, it's just only for your
Would you guys like that? Let me know in the comments below. Maybe. And I think we were also talking, I want to see that reptile. Is that?
Right now, it's just kind of a shell.
No, I know that.
There's a different one I want to show you.
Oh, there's a different one?
Yes.
All right.
We're calling it small mammal.
Okay.
But we'll get over there. I'll tell you a little bit more. But it's actually a building that I could loan to my friends, like you. And you could bring some of your animals over. Since you're not open to the public,
that's right.
People could actually come here for like 6 weeks or whatever. Kind of like a pop-up shop.
Yeah.
But you could come over and that way people could come see your animals that they've already seen on the show and you could maybe make some special appearances. And it's just a way to get more people to Busch and also to maybe hopefully get you some more subscribers.
Hey, that sounds good. What do you guys think? Would you guys like to see that? Let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see a place where you can go where every so often I might pop up and do a special appearance. Let me know and that will definitely help gauge the interest. So let's go check out some of the other offerings that they're building here. I love this stuff because it gives us an idea of what we can do on a smaller scale for the animals at our homes. You know what I mean? Truth be told, every zoo I went to inspired me to build what I have in my home. And now, you're doing this professionally, so that's incredible. Good job.
It's so funny. One of the gentlemen who works in the bank, we took a construction loan.
Okay.
So of course, we've got to pay all that back and everything. And this whole project is running about $18 million. But he was so fun. Yeah. See, I just say it like normal. It started at 10 million, now we're up to 18.
Oh, brother.
But he was so funny, he goes, we should like franchise and do this and I'm like, that's called a zoo.
Yeah.
No, we're not. I'm like, this is a once and done. This is a lifetime goal. And to make sure that Busch and the animals that I care about for the past 20 years have a permanent home.
Gotcha.
Is what this is about.
So this is
I'm not ready
this
to
is
do
a
it
legacy.
anytime soon.
Look, Busch went so far at its original habitat, or its original location at the Loxahatchee River District, and now you're starting this whole new chapter. What's this? This is going to be
Freddie.
Freddie, check this out. No way.
Now, okay, so obviously we're working on the dock and everything, so we've drained and taken all the water out of here.
Okay.
But we have an overflow and everything, so we can fill it back up. But yeah, we've got a side for Freddie, and then also for a crocodile. Whenever one comes,
we got to get an American crocodile.
We'll
I know people there too, pal. I know people.
Which I'm fine till after we move, because there's no reason to upset them twice. But we've got this awesome dock.
Check this out.
And
so
all the zoom mesh like we have at our current will go along here.
Beautiful.
But I mean, we could, so you've got a croc side and a gator side.
This is amazing.
Isn't it great?
This is fantastic.
I'm so excited to show you this.
I want to go in and I want to look at the rebar.
Yeah,
this is the nerdy stuff I get into. Come on, because I got some gators. I've got gators and stuff in my house. So this is what I really love to see. And Ben, you'll probably talk about how you did this. Look at this. This is really trick, guys. So they don't want the gators to go in the croc enclosure and the crocs to go in the gator enclosure. So they got the rebar. How long is this rebar? Do we know? Like 4 foot or so?
4 footers,
4 foot.
4 foot down.
And it's welded like every 3 inches.
Oh, wow. So wait, are there cross bases?
Yeah, there's, it's like a
it's a grid. Oh,
grid.
wow. That's really cool. So this goes down 4 foot, then there's a grid, and then I like, you had to machine this. You had to make this.
Yeah.
So it feels like aluminum right here.
Yeah.
But yeah, they just drilled the holes, then bang, bang, bang.
We're just waiting on the county to come out and do our final inspection, and then we'll seal this up.
Okay.
And then we can start putting water and everything back in. But yeah, we've got just so much more area for them to actually get up out of the water and bask. I mean.
And even be honest, crocodilians do love to walk around on land.
Yeah.
So, you got much more land area. I'm sure you'll plant and do other things like that. Some
right
cypress.
now, the Palm Beach County requires you put in so much landscape, that's required by your permits and everything.
Okay.
So we're really focusing on that now so we can get our certificate of occupancy. And then we're going to be looking for donations, nursery partnerships, landscaping partnerships.
Any of you guys out there in the Southeast that have they love to plant with native Florida plants here. So if you want to donate plants, donate gift cards, things like that they can use to
even locals who want to donate their time.
That's
there's one thing, we got a $10,000 grant from Palm Beach County to do a native bird garden.
Okay.
So all the things, the beauty berry and the fire bush, that would actually draw in our native birds, but it has to be done by volunteer help. We can't hire any help. That's part of the grant regulation. So we'll have like a week where we're just planting all of this stuff we need volunteers.
Guys, if you want to get really involved, if you're looking for a career in animal care, habitat restoration, horticulture, anything like that, we're going to have a link in the description here. You can reach out to the friends here at Busch Wildlife. Let them know Kamp Kenan sent you, because I want a little credit.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? I just want to see who's watching.
That could be another video, though.
Yeah, exactly. We can get you guys on video.
Did you guys hear that? Kenan's volunteering to plant the new garden.
I'll plant the alligator enclosure.
That's fine. That's fine
alligator
too.
gardens. I'd love to do that. Maybe a couple of little cypress saplings and maybe some, native lily pads and stuff like that. But this is amazing. It holds water fairly well in here, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially in the summertime when the water table.
Exactly. All right. So just so much has gone into the care and thought of these enclosures, but there's one more that I want to see. You were mentioning about,
This has me so excited.
Let's go see it.
Come on.
It's just a short
I'm
walk.
excited. I think it's a kind of unique concept.
Okay.
Busch Wildlife Sanctuary, we're here for native Florida wildlife.
Right.
There's only so many native species. But of course, we want people to keep coming back, keep learning more. And so we built this building. Again, it's in case of a hurricane. We can use it to store a lot of animals and keep them safe. But also something that we could lend out to our friends.
Okay.
Palm Beach Zoo, Kamp Kenan, whoever might be around. In like 6 weeks, you can do a takeover. And this building becomes yours, has its own kitchen, and you can bring your animals. That way you can actually meet some of your subscribers here at
really
Busch
cool.
Wildlife. It gets people coming back. So
Wild. And there's a lot of work going on.
There's always construction going on. Well, this cool kitchen right in the middle here. And then each of these rooms are actually for animals. And the public doesn't come back, they look at them from the outside through these windows.
They're exhibits.
So they're exhibits.
Wild.
So it says that one's broken, so we'll buy.
This one's locked.
That'll be locked out.
Let me see. Well, we'll look at that one,
Yeah. Sorry.
So no problem. Just
So
relax,
you can see, you're good, no
Stay.
So you got this nice open area. We can build it out however, trees for birds or mammals.
Yeah.
Princess Buttercup wants to come hang out.
Kind of
and
cool
the public will view from the outside. It's all hurricane glass.
Wow.
And then I'd give you a key and you would just come, take care of your own animals.
Kamp Kenan take over Busch Wildlife. What do you think? I think I have enough animals that can go in each one of these. Would you guys like to see something like that down the road? I think it would be a pretty cool idea.
I think it'd be awesome.
That is really cool, man.
You know?
Holy smokes.
We can do some really cool education while you're here.
Absolutely.
You can do some of your own programs. You know, people can come out and it gives them a reason to come back to Busch.
Right.
And it gives you an opportunity to meet more people.
That's awesome, man. It's a good way for us to interact with each other in a nice, safe place. And, you know, because it's tough. It's my home. I can't really have the public at my home through insurance reasons and legalities and things like that. But this is just incredible. And we were talking.
Here, let's walk around this way so you can see kind of like the way the public would view it.
So they would just be able to walk around this.
So this will all be sidewalks and everything, of course, around here. So the public will be able to look through these windows.
Right.
All hurricanes. We don't have to worry about anybody banging into it or anything. And you can put up signage, you know, this is Slinky.
Right.
Slinky is this type of animal. Here's why he's with me, whatever it might be. And like I said, it could be, you know, you guys, the curator of Palm Beach Zoo lives literally one street away.
That's so funny.
So they could maybe bring out a sloth and a koala and a kangaroo or something.
So you could get a little bit more, since, you know, you mentioned we are the native animal, Busch Wildlife is all about native animals, but because Florida is Florida, it is also home to the exotic animal trade. And so every once in a while, you'll get a kinkajou, you'll get a reptile that I have to help you with. So Busch does handle some exotics as well. So I look around and I see all this space and just endless possibilities. I'm sure you have an amazing
That's the new deer habitat.
Wow, deer habitat.
And then this is where Eagles is going. So we just brought this all up. And these are our first sidewalks.
Holy smokes. Guys, do you know how excited this woman is? I mean, this is the culmination of a lot of heartache, a lot of mental anguish, a lot of glad hands. She's found herself shaking hands with senators in Tallahassee. That's not what this gal wants to be doing. She's even put on a dress, which is not her natural motif. But she makes a pair of dungarees and a t-shirt look good, don't you think? Give it up for Amy, man. She's working her butt off, quite literally. She's getting tinier and tinier. That's how much she's working. But proud of you. Really proud of you. This is amazing. Guys,
I'm so excited.
I'm excited for you. I can't wait to have this in my backyard. The community's behind you, and I want the Kamp Kenan friends and army to get behind her as well. So please, if you want to help out, $18 million is no small chunk of change. It's going to be a fantastic place that you'll be able to come visit, and who knows, maybe you'll even bump into me. Chances are very good.
Hope so.
Follow the link in the description below. Let me know what you thought of today's video. Are you inspired? Will you want to become someone like Amy that takes care of animals in a way that most of us only dream of? So congratulations. Thanks for all your hard work, pal.
My pleasure. Thanks for coming out.
We'll see you soon, and I can't wait to be here at the grand opening.
Absolutely.
When are we going to do that?
September, October, probably.
A lot of work to do. See you guys.